Welcome to OVW Overdrive, the show that always kicks out at 2. I'm your host, Bryan Kennison. With me, as always, Steven Johnson.
Where's all the fun nicknames?
You don't deserve any fun nicknames. Do the show.
Are you okay, buddy? Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
I'm fine. I woke up on the great side of the bed because today we're doing the Wrestling Within the Summer cookout. Now, last year we did the OVW Wrestling Within the Summer tailgate party. It was a great success. So we had the dunk tank, we had live bands. It was great. Obviously, this year a little different. Couldn't do that. So Steve and I figured we'd do it on our own.
Right. While I'm loading up the grill, we've got a huge slate of matches lined up for you today, and we're starting with a tag team rematch.
Doesn't even know I'm mad. That's ridiculous, man.
Mad? Why are you?
It doesn't matter. Speaking of
grilling,
mad, you know who
how
else
can you be
was
mad?
mad? The LOB was mad because last time Reverend Ronnie and Gnarls Garvin were in the ring with the LOB, they picked up the upset win. Now, the LOB told me no one, and absolutely no one, will build their name off the backs of the LOB. So they're dangerous when they're just doing business. This match was personal. I think you're going to see exactly why. Check it out. Pour your charcoal.
I was waiting until you were done because I'm a professional, you see.
I don't think these guys have any friends. I don't even think they're friends with one another. Oh, and they go straight to the action here. My goodness, it's hot and heavy. Watch out, ref. You're going to get...
Not wasting any time, Steve. They're just hands flying everywhere. The LOB came in with like a house of fire, but it looks like Reverend Ronnie and Gnarls Garvin were ready for them, knew these guys are going to be hot, and they used that anger, that momentum, that blind fury against them.
Oh, and they knocked Big Cash Flow outside of the ring. Coming in with a bit of momentum here again is Holy Beef. You got to think Legacy of Brutality is... They don't know what to make of this.
Steven, you're absolutely right, and honestly, I think Josh Ashcraft is a brilliant strategist.
Sure, let's roll with it.
But you have to look at, we got cash flow and Isaiah, we got size, power, and speed over there. They perfectly adversary the speed in your Reverend Ronnie and the strength in your Gnarls Garvin. But I mean, right now it looks like Holy Beef's in control of this match, so maybe Josh isn't that great a technician. Don't tell him I said that.
Well, no, strategery is the name of the game, and it looks like LOB does not have it in order. Oh. They're being taken care of right now by Holy Beef again.
Steve, I think taken care of is the correct term there. Look at that leg drop, body splash combo. Holy Beef here working as a really well-oiled machine. Speaking of well-oiled, there is Cash, squeaky wheel getting the grease there as the referee is distracted. Doesn't count the
I thought you were going to talk about how oily he was. And that's not something that a friend would say about another friend.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't even close to say that. Oh, okay. I would say that looks like it hurt Gnarls Garvin just throwing the face of Isaiah into that boot of Reverend Ronnie, and they're cutting off the ring, Steve. You said they cut the ring in half. Isaiah can't even get to cash flow to get a little reprieve.
If they look like, if they want to even try to pick up a second victory, that's the least that they're going to need to do in order to make it happen. Because the second that cash flow gets a hold of him, with all the anger that he's built up over the last week, these guys might be in a ton of trouble.
You're not wrong, though, Steven. But Isaiah right now, Cash's partner reeling after that big knee from Reverend Ronnie knocked the Holy Spirit right out of him. But, looks like, hold on. Who grabbed Gnarls Garvin? It looks like Reverend Ronnie ran right into an arm drag from Isaiah, and Cash distracting the referee again.
And just like that, the tides have turned. Isaiah's got Ronnie Roberts in the corner, and here comes the big man, Cash Flow.
It's not just the big man, Steven. The big mean, the big angry man, Steven. And that's right. He's taking Reverend Ronnie to the chop shop right now while Steve Michaels is backing down Gnarls Garvin on the outside.
He had to be held back by Josh Ashcraft, the East End villain. This guy's on another level, and on top of it, I mean, big Steve Michaels is, goodness, well over 400 pounds.
Steve Michaels on top of that. Cash is on top of Reverend Ronnie right now, showing that anger he's built up over the last week. Now, Steven, these two, like I said earlier, are evenly matched, but Cashflow and Isaiah over 500 pounds, weighing about 50, 60, 70 pounds more than the combination of Holy Beef.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I know 70 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but when you put the anger of cash flow behind that 70 pounds, that is a murderous 70 pounds.
70 pounds with the anger behind it is on a whole other level. And Isaiah, though he's not the heaviest guy, more maybe of a Rush Division athlete, still very lethal and willing to do anything to pick up the win, as you can see.
Steve, I think lethal's an understatement. I think that alone is actually saying something that is an understatement. No, double team here, maneuver here coming from the LOB. Now, I know we've said it a million times, we've said it once, Josh Ashcraft on the outside, not just coaching his boys, not giving them strategy, but also demoralizing their opponents. He is the mastermind of the massacre, as he likes to be called. And Steven, right now, you can see him just holding court, telling his boys to rip these guys apart for what they did. Steve, this could be Reverend Ronnie's chance to get back into this. And there it is.
And there it is. Big Gnarls Garvin back in the match, and he's going to be a house of fire against the legacy of brutality, just waiting for somebody to get up so he could hit him.
Steve Gnarls has been dying to get in this match, and now he's got his chance, and he's taken it to the LOB. Right hands to Isaiah, right hands to Cash Flow reeling in the corner. Now Isaiah whipped off the ropes. Oh, my. That's the agility.
The agility of a man that size to be able to go up and kick
I've heard when pigs
right
can
in the
fly,
face.
but when beef can fly, Steven, come on.
Oof, man. Yeah, I was a little too close to an insult for my liking. I will disassociate myself from that comment, but he just got disassociated from his head there.
Yeah,
Cash
that
Flow
was an
nearly
insult.
knocks him out completely.
Yeah. I was going to say he's out on his feet, but Steven, he's not even out on his feet. Big Beef is on the mat way more than he normally does because Cash Flow knocked him out that
He's
much.
just out. But he's coming back too. Let's see. Is he going to be able to?
But Isaiah doesn't look like he can capitalize on this. He looks out too, Steven. Looks like both men are a little bit exhausted here trying to get to the course.
Yep, simple as that. The ingenuity of Isaiah come in with that kind of seated drop kick. Make sure that Gnarls Garvin does. Ooh, and a big slam on the near over 300 pounder. What am I talking
We got to
about?
give credit to Isaiah on that. We give him a lot of credit for his high flying, his educated feet, but the power it took to get Gnarls Garvin up for that. Very impressive on its own. What's Cashflow setting up for here? It looks like he's going for another, I was say, high risk, mid risk maneuver, staying in the middle ropes there. Oh, misses the senton. Because you want to check the ring on that one. I think the ring might have gotten bruised on that one.
Yeah, that ring is much worse off than it was before this match started with that kind of heavy machinery just getting thrown to the mat like that.
Now, Steve, can you imagine if he had actually landed on Gnarls Garvin with that? They would have went through the ring. That's 600 pounds.
Between the two of them, I'd say 600 on the short side. We're looking at 700 pounds there.
Well, now, speaking of the short side, now Reverend Ronnie in on the hot side, coming in after that tag from Gnarls Garvin. He gets Isaiah off the ring apron there. Now took to Cash, but Cash now reverses it, runs right into that big boot. Reverend Ronnie calling for it, and big blockbuster, Steven.
Oh, the blockbuster. Yeah, hits him with it, and this might be it. He seems to have the momentum in his... There it is.
Steven.
Oh, my goodness. We might see the hand of God, ladies and gentlemen.
Steve, I'm an LOB brethren, but I'm feeling like I want to say amen on this week and hit it. Oh, there it is. The hand of God takes it to Cash's chest. Cash unaffected. Cash just rakes the eyes there, Reverend Ronnie.
Cash is non-denominational. He doesn't see a God necessarily in the hand of Reverend Ronnie Roberts, and neither does Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah now set up for that swanton. Calls it interference. There it is. He hits the swanton, Steve. Can he capitalize and get the pin there?
2 and 3.
There it is. Well, no, you say that Gnarls Garvin couldn't even get in on the outside.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. 2 entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Our #1 priority in life is the protection of our loved ones and ourselves. We at Comprehensive Health and Wellness are here to help. During these challenging and uncertain times, Comprehensive Health and Wellness can supply you with the personal protection equipment you need for you and your loved ones to feel more secure. Go to chw.care or call 800-963-7066 to get yours today. That's chw.care or 800-963-7066.
Woo! All right. There we are cooking. We're good. Stay away from me.
Hot. I'm standing
hot.
right over the grill.
It's hot in the grill and it's hot here in Davis Arena. Now, the action in the last match was hot too because LOB was so hot, steaming mad, steaming angry, and they took the frustrations out on Reverend Ronnie and Gnarls Garvin, Big Beef. Sorry, Holy Beef, I love you, but you step to the LOB, they're going to show you why their legacy is one of brutality.
Legacy of Brutality is never in a good mood, but especially after a loss to these. You keep giving me these little side eyes, this little sassiness. Are you mad? What's going on? Are you upset?
So, folks, you might have
What
noticed
could
we
I
have
have
this
ever
grill
done?
here, and you might have noticed the aprons again. What we're doing is because last year we did a little something called Wrestling with the End of Summer. It was the first annual Wrestling with the End of Summer. It was a tailgate party we had in the parking lot here at Davis Arena. Fantastic event. Tons of people came out. We saw Josh Ashcraft in the dunk tank, and we raised some money from charity. It was a fantastic night where you got to hang out with your friends and your loved ones and not someone who just stabs you in the back every week on television.
What are you talking about? I brought you this apron. If it wasn't, you'd be apronless. Look, mine has a hole in it, but I gave you the fancy new Elvis apron.
Mary, will you
So
tell Steve I'm
unappreciative.
not talking to him right now? Speaking of unappreciative, folks, I think you're going to appreciate this next match we have coming for you. We got the first ever Rush Division champion, AJ Daniels, facing off against the Prince of Flight, Category 5, Core Storm. Check it out.
Do we need to talk?
I don't want to talk to you.
Now, Steve, if I remember correctly, it was actually Corey Storm who took the Rush Division Championship off of AJ Daniels.
Correct. AJ Daniels, the first Rush Division champion in OVW history, followed by Category 5.
Now, those two showing a little bit of respect, but my point being from Corey being the one taking that title off of AJ is, even though they might respect each other and they may have a good, banter, working relationship, what have you, you have to imagine that's in the back of AJ's mind that he would still be champion had it not been for that one night that Corey was able to best him.
You're right, and it looked like they were going to go for a bit of a test of strength here, not something you usually see from men these size, but as you see, it was just the beginning of a bit of chain wrestling, it looks like.
Yeah, now, Steve, with these guys, again, you said not their typical way to go about things, and you're not wrong. But again, like we've said, these guys have faced each other several times in the past, so each one knows they have to bring something different to the table each and every time. This time just seems to be grapple wrestling.
Right, whips him off the rope here.
Oh, big leapfrog there for AJ Daniels again, being weightless. Oh, Corey, though.
Catches him, looks like he's going to go for a suplex.
Oh, big missile dropkick kicks. Corey kicks AJ, I was going to say out of the ropes, but into the ropes, Steven.
Into the ropes, caught himself before he fell to the ring.
Oh, big forearm catches AJ Daniels before he can get back into the ring. He looks like he had a big offensive maneuver there set up, but Corey cut him off at the pass. You see Corey there using those educated feet on the ring apron. He looks like he's in for the no. Oh, whew, I thought he was gonna get that suplex on the apron.
Yeah, you don't want to get suplexed on the edge of the apron there. It's going to do a bit more damage than it would inside the ring, and that's still plenty.
Well, Corey tosses him up and over. AJ Daniels going for some little cartwheel maneuver there, but Corey able to scout it and get out of it.
Oh, big sunset flip.
Oh, AJ Daniels, though, not even down for a 1 count, goes right back after Corey, and Corey makes him pay for a big boost to the face, gets AJ Daniels, Mr. Zero Gravity, reeling over in the corner. And for those countdown kicks, as he likes to call them. There's
And
3. We're going to... And it's blast off, Steven!
Oh, my goodness. He's out. If he pins him now, the match is going to be over. Why? Oh, he's going to the top rope looking to put the nail in the coffin, so to speak.
Steve, he looks like he's going for that 450 splash, what I call back to earth, but I think he showed up a little too long. Corey's showing signs of life. He's not dead yet. Oh, Corey, out of the way.
But he lands on his feet. Maybe he figured that was going to be the case, or he could see something that we couldn't.
Big missile drop kick from Corey takes AJ Daniels' rocket right out of the middle of the sky. Looks like Corey's going for that Category 5. He's going for that big stomp, Steve. Oh!
Double stomp, and guys, wrap it up. This one should be over.
Did you hear that thud from the back of his neck?
Oh, my goodness.
Corey Storm picks up the win, and someone needs to get in there and check on AJ Daniels. That sound was just brutal on the back of his neck.
Have you ever had the dream of being a part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment? Take action and make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the birthplace of legends such as John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, The Miz, and many, many more. Will you be the next name to be added to that impressive list? Go to ASWA Live now for more information. Learn the right way.
Want more bang for your buck? Well, so do I at OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99 a month. In between excitement, me too. OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99 a month. You get that incredible value. She cost me $17 million and I loved it. Want a real value? OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99. That's a price so low. Well, it's insane.
Now, that was a big win by Category 5 Corey Storm over former Rush Division champion Zero Gravity AJ Daniels.
Yeah, it must feel real good for Corey Storm, humiliating someone like AJ Daniels that has a lot of respect for him, and he just humiliates him and makes him feel like a big old dummy.
Okay, we've got this going on here. I've got the food. I brought the grill. I brought the aprons. We have a party, and I brought steaks.
Oh, you got steaks. The only steaks I'm seeing is the mistake of ever becoming your curly-headed counterpart, you jerk. There's not even meat in there. You're acting like this cookout's going to fix all our problems. You know, we're going to wrestle with you in the summer again, bro. We're going to get along, have a great time. You didn't even bring food.
One, I don't understand what this our problems is. It seems like you're the only one that has problems. And second, I do have the steaks. They're out in the car. They're warming up right now. Thank you very much.
All the warming up in the car. When they give me warming up in the grill, because that's how you cook meat. You know what? I bet you know what? You know who cooks great meat? People in Chicago. And so we actually had.
They do.
Sorry, I'm very flustered. I don't have good segues right now. People in Chicago make great meats. We just had 2 people come down from Chicago to make their OVW debut. Let's check out Skye Blue facing off against Misa Kate. Don't point at the camera. I already did it.
Hey yo.
Stop it.
Okay.
Fork in unbelievable.
Now, Steve, just because they had the same trainer does not mean they necessarily have the same approach to the squared circle. As I understand it, Misa Kate is more of a submission power player, while Skye Blue likes to take to the sky. She's very aptly named.
Yeah, a bit more of a spunky, fiery.
Skye Blue going for the quick win there. Oh, Misa Kate kicks out 1.5 at a flash.
There you go. Wow. And bridges out of that no problem and shows off to the crowd saying, you know, this isn't really a problem. Whoop, and there she goes.
These two going quick as a hiccup, Steven. Oh, big head scissor takedown. They are not waiting to impress people with their OVW debut. They're doing it in the first 30 seconds.
And another head scissor takedown takes Misa Kate reeling across the ring. She doesn't know where she is or what she's doing, and a drop kick to just further.
Oh, little show baiting here. Skye Blue saying, what do you got, Misa Blue? What you got? And Misa Blue clearly a little flustered here and off her game. Both women taking a second here to recollect themselves, but I think Skye Blue maybe just taking a minute to gloat.
Now, it doesn't really pay to showboat too much against somebody like Misa Kate. She's not going to be too affected by it, and then as soon as she hits you, again, she's going to hit you hard, and you're going to go down. So
Misa
you
Blue
need to...
offering her hand here, Steven. I don't know if I trust this.
No, not at all. And see, there you go. That's
Oh,
quite the
my God!
Do you see what I'm saying? All it takes is one move by Misa Kate, and then all of a sudden, Skye Blue are like... Think about it like a power bar in a video game. 50% of that thing just went red, just whoop, right down.
With that giant boot to the face, Steve, and then once Misa had Skye Blue on the ground, just started laying those forearms to her chest, literally beating the breaths out of a young Skye Blue.
And then whips her into the rope, and down she goes. And now a little bit of showboating from Misa Kate.
There's that power we were talking about, Steve. Misa Kate just launched Skye Blue over into the corner now, and now has gotten into the driver's seat of this match. Oh, by driver's seat, I mean she drove her hand into Skye Blue's chest. Oh my gosh, Steven.
So I was talking with Misa Kate backstage about the newspaper print on her tights. You know what she told me? It's because I need to read all about her. You see, that's
now, Steve, I can appreciate good wordplay, but right now I'm a little concerned for Skye Blue's well-being because Misa Kate's headline right now reads, Skye Blue in a lot of trouble.
In a lot of trouble, in a lot of pain.
Could that be? Oh.
And the match was almost over just like that. You can see her back is wrenched. She's not feeling good. Now, with her being a more high-flying type of wrestler, you got to think this damage is going to prohibit a lot of that kind of maneuvers.
Well, you see Misa Kate keeping Skye Blue grounded, Steven, not allowing her to take that high-risk approach that Skye told us she is wanting to do. But Misa Kate just keeping the air out of her, keeping Skye Blue grounded, keeping her away from her comfort zone.
And then just, planting a boot in her face, maybe a little bit to the throat as well for good measure.
Oh, big snapmare takeover. Again, you're just seeing that power we talked about from Misa Kate, and there's the submission we were talking about, locking up that arm and cranking that neck.
Yep, she's going to stretch her out and try to make her tap here. It'd be a fantastic way to make your OVW debut of making somebody tap in the center of the ring.
Misa Kate looking like she's trying to wrestle her way out of getting this crowd behind her. There we go. All right. Skye Blue now just taking some right hands in the midsection. Oh! Misa Kate threw Skye Blue back on her head so hard that she fell down herself.
You could see that there is a sense of self-satisfaction in her eyes. She seemed happy with the damage that she's inflicting on the much smaller Skye Blue.
Steve, yeah, I don't think you're wrong. I think Misa Kate is enjoying putting in this damage. I think maybe she's even wanting to show off to her trainer and showing off to this referee, obviously, a little bit. Oh, giving Skye Blue that time, though, to get back into this, taking those right hands in the midsection of Misa Kate. Oh, Misa Kate unaffected, though. Big knee to the midsection.
And that's going to drive all the wind out of her. She's probably just gasping for air now, trying desperately to catch her breath. And you know that that's going to affect her as this match continues.
Steve, I think the flip Skye Blue did over Misa's leg there was the most high-risk maneuver she's had in this match, the only aerial maneuver she's had.
She hasn't been able to get much offense. Oh, my goodness, she's just battering her with elbows.
Steve, eventually it gets away from being a wrestling match and it just becomes a fight. You just want to punch your opponent, kick your opponent, bite your opponent if you have to. You do what you know works.
And Misa Kate is doing it in spades right now. Skye Blue checking her mouth. She might be bleeding. Ref, you might need to go in and check that.
Misa Kate just cutting off the air supply again to Skye Blue. And like we talked about earlier when she was laying those forearms, and she's just working on that breath and the endurance of Skye Blue. Like Skye Blue now, it's still working out this, but you saw how weak those punches were. She just doesn't have it in her right now.
Again, going to the midsection, taking the breath out of Skye Blue. She's beaten her literally from pillar to post. She needs to go ahead and just wrap this one up. Skye Blue is as good as toast.
Looks like Misa Blue's got big plans here. He's got Skye Blue up on that top turnbuckle. Misa Kate really got big plans, nasty plans, I have a feeling, Steve. About to put a new headline on those tights. No, maybe the new headline is Skye Blue getting a little momentum here.
See, she's trying to take a page out of Skye Blue's book, going for a high-risk maneuver.
Oh, big crossbody. Skye Blue off the top. Is that going to be it? Woo. Steven, I thought that might have been it for the
She
debuts.
went outside of her wheelhouse. She went for a high-risk maneuver, and it came back to bite her. And now Skye Blue, with all the momentum in the world.
Oh, big cartwheel forearm, Steven. Misa Kate now look. Oh, I was going to say out on her feet, but now out on her back.
Yeah, she's out.
Huge kick. Skye Blue trying to send Misa Kate back to Chicago first class with that kick.
Yeah, Misa Kate can't believe she had the momentum completely in her favor, but one false move in this sport, and you could just kiss it all goodbye.
Skye Blue calling for Misa Kate to get up. Was going for that Selena Del Sol. Looks like Misa Kate out of it, though, going for a couple clotheslines. Oh, misses with those, but hits with that huge power slam.
Huge power slam whips her over, and this is it. 1, 2, and no!
Steve, I think that's what they call Chicago 3.
1, 2, both legs.
You see the frustration of Misa Kate just wanting to go for this pin over and over. She believes she has it.
She feels that she has the match won, yet Skye Blue persistent, fighting through and kicking out, and you can see that she's in rough shape.
Now, Steve, not to call anyone crazy, but they say Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. She really thought that one of those pins was going to be the 3 count. She thought she took Skye to her limit, but looks like Skye disagrees, taking some punches and kicks to Misa Kate, getting right back in this. And there it is! There's that Selena Del Sol, Steven.
And this should be it. And 3. Big win by Skye Blue in her OVW debut.
If you're like 58% of Americans, you never went to college. Or you did, but never finished. Why?
It was just a hassle going back and forth to campus.
At Independence University, all classes are online. No driving to campus.
No one at the college even knew my name.
At Independence U, you'll get a personal support team, and they'll all know your name.
Too many extra costs, like books, fees, parking.
We don't have extra costs. We even give you a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate.
I couldn't fit my schedule around classes.
At Independence U, college fits your schedule.
4+ years to get a degree?
With us, you could finish in 3.
At a typical college, no one cares.
Caring about students is what we do best.
Independence University held my hand through the process.
Don't be afraid to take the leap because it has changed my life drastically. If I did it, you can do it too.
Independence U is designed for busy adults like you.
1-855-486-2551.
Welcome back to OVW Overdrive. As you saw, a big win by Skye Blue over Misa Kate, both in their debuts. Huge match and big things in store for both of them moving forward.
You know, get your mid hand off me. Sorry, you should be. Huge win.
It helps me. It makes me feel comfortable.
Huge win from Skye Blue in her debut.
Me. I'm done. Go ahead.
He's touching me. He's talking over me. Mary, do something. I don't want to do this anymore. Yes, I know I have a contract. Okay. So yeah, let's okay, episode 1100 was this last Tuesday. Great night of action, great night of surprises as well. Now, the Anarchy Championship is not any stranger to surprises, but this one a little more so than usual. We saw Mr. Marvelous taking on Miss Marvelous, and things didn't necessarily go marvelously. Why don't you check it out? You're not even cooking anything. You don't need this.
It feels good, but it's warm.
You look like a penguin with a rash.
Play a hand on his wife, do you?
Mr. Marvelous clearly still doesn't think this match is going to happen.
Well, I hope that it doesn't happen.
She's shoving her husband. It seems to be.
Miss Marvelous is getting up in the face.
She's getting chesty with him. Fighting champion. He doesn't look like a fighting champion right now. Look at him.
Oh, she's pie facing.
Dying to see it, apparently.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, my God.
I hope they we're planning on having kids.
No DQ, Anarchy title, anything goes.
Miss Marvelous just low blow Mr. Marvelous. Are you kidding me?
Whoa!
She's going for the pin.
She got it!
Oh my!
She got it! She's the new champion!
Your winner and new Anarchy champion, Miss Marvelous.
How great is this?
I'm speechless, guys. Miss
Well, let me
Marvelous.
speak for you then. Miss Marvelous just...
To have my next opponent come out because I want to defend this title.
Wow, talk about a fighting champion.
I want
Who could she be talking
call
about?
out
What is happening?
my opponent.
Oh my God! He's here! The joy that we've seen on Miss Marvelous's face from the past few weeks gone. It's back in that trance-like state. And what is Amon?
What in the hell is going on?
Oh, this is disgusting.
What was he doing?
Mr. Marvelous, not only loses the title, how much more can you lose? Amon is every...
And then Amon, the demon himself, comes back, and he is now your Anarchy champion once again, or your Anarchy champion once again.
Don't tell me what's mine and what's not mine, Steven. Mary, tell Steven I'm not talking to him. But championships were not done for the evening because 1100 was a huge evening. We were going to pull out all the stops. We had an OVW Heavyweight Championship match. Champion Tony Gunn was taking on Bulletproof Bryan Pillman Jr. after an impressive series of wins to get him to that title shot. Check it out.
On this OVW Heavyweight Championship match. Oh, Gunn comes out.
Here we go.
Swinging for Bryan Pillman.
Double leg and goes for the punches immediately.
Again, I told you guys, they've exploded twice tonight. Third time is the charm. They're going to explode again, and they did as soon as that bell rang.
Yeah, this match has been weeks in the making here.
Fine, great.
Oh, big slap
Professional
from Tony
wrestlers.
Gunn. Oh,
With the title on the line, genetics will only do so much.
I could barely hear you guys. This crowd is really into Bryan Pillman Jr. Wanting to see him take that title off of Tony Gunn.
Are you sure? I think they're into Tony Gunn. Oh, no. I can tell you right there.
Oh, coming in with a house of fire.
Pillman Jr.
Chops
turning around
and
Tony
punches.
Gunn. He's got too much heart. He wants that OVW Heavyweight Championship. Too much. Oh!
Look at that.
Tony just picking away at Bryan Pillman Jr. Seeing Pillman just lost, just dazed, doesn't know where he is. Oh, and Tony Gunn not helping with that big knee off the top rope.
Big knee from the top rope. He's
Look out, Tony.
Oh!
got a little
kick for
cocky.
Pillman.
Talked a little too much, Bryan Pillman.
Go for the springboard again. He's 0 for 2. Oh, nailed it this time. Big springboard
Shades
clothesline.
of his father flying, Bryan Pillman.
Pillman going for the quick pin. 1,
The cover.
2. Doing that. Oh, my God.
2 and 99/100ths. It was over.
Back, Pillman and Gunn trading blows. Both men vying because they want this OVW Heavyweight Championship. Just giving it 187%.
Speaking of, go ahead, Shannon.
No, yeah, don't try to talk over the
Sorry,
number one
my
announcer
bad.
over here. I was about to say, what an absolute main event this has been for the 1100th episode here in OVW.
This is a main event in any venue in the country, any given night. And over.
Oh, reverses it again.
Pillman still having issues with that leg. Gunn pushes him towards referee.
There's a kill shot.
Hits him with the kill shot.
That's gotta be it.
Oh, he's
That's gotta
knocked
be
out.
it. Cover him good.
Knocked out, but he
Pillman.
rolls out.
He's limping to the corner, about to go after Tony again. Catches Tony Gunn's punch. Oh, kick, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Pillman unfazed by these right hands from Gunn.
I think it just made Pillman mad, and here he comes. He's unleashing the fury.
You don't want to make a Pillman mad. You do not want to make a Pillman mad.
This could be Bryan Pillman Jr.'s night.
Tony Gunn reeling.
Oh.
Low blow. What? You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. After that main event, after that match, Tony Gunn.
Unbelievable.
That was a stroke of genius right there by Tony Gunn.
So there it is, Tony Gunn holding on to his title by hook or by crook. And I mean, just come on. You have some respect for yourself. Tony, you look like a coward.
Those are strong words.
Look, I'm mad.
Those are real strong words to the champ. I get it. You're upset, but I mean, and you can be upset with me, but to say something like that to a man of that size, I mean, I'm scrawny and nothing.
See? Curly-headed coward. Coward respects coward. Tony, you got a fan in Stevie. But again, championships were still not done for that evening. We had one more gigantic surprise, a national size surprise. Check it out.
am so happy to see each and every one of you tonight on the 1100th consecutive episode of OVW TV. I am so very proud of the history and the lineage of OVW. We have been in operation for over 30 years here in Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm so very proud to be a part of OVW and what we've accomplished and what we continue to accomplish because of the support of you, the loyal fans. Thank you all very much. Since the short time that I have acquired OVW, we have become the only state-accredited trade school for professional wrestling, sports entertainment, and broadcasting in the entire world. We are now on our 1100th episode tonight, and we are being broadcast literally in 220 countries all over the world. Because of us being a national promotion, we are now going to have ourselves an OVW National Heavyweight Champion. Daniel Spencer, can you bring out the new title, please?
Wow.
Wow!
Look at that.
News, guys.
This title will represent the reach that OVW now has across this incredible country, nationwide. We're going to bring in the best from around the world to compete for this prestigious title. And this title will make the OVW Heavyweight title that much more important because the OVW Heavyweight Champion will naturally be the #1 contender for the National Heavyweight title going forward. So I'm excited to announce the National Heavyweight title. I'm excited to do it on the 1100th episode. I'm excited to do it in front of all you amazing fans. And I hope that you can continue to support and love us all for all that we do here in OVW. Thank you guys very much.
Huge, huge news. A brand new OVW championship, the National Heavyweight Championship. I mean, who knows who's going to come out of the woodwork to fight for that title, to want that prestige. What are you doing?
Trying to open this so I can start the grill, so I can cook the meat that's been warming up in the car.
It's maple syrup!
Maple syrup is flammable.
Maple syrup. Okay, so Dustin Jackson's been trying to prove himself as of late. Dustin Jackson has been proving himself as of late. He's been asking for obstacle after obstacle after obstacle to prove that he deserves to be at the top of the ladder. So this time, he asked for the LOB's Big Zoe one-on-one. And you're going to see that right after the break. It's syrup! It is syrup!
You can't yell in the mic so loud.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Hi, I'm Barry Ratcliffe, and you might recognize me from the hit TV show Nash Bridges with my good lifelong friend Don Johnson. Now this baby, 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds. That's faster than your mom, but you want to be more fast. You want to be more furious? OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99 a month. This car costs $363,000. That's a savings at $4.99 of $747,000 and 37 seconds. You want to be more fast? You want to be more furious? Order today.
Dustin Jackson keeping his eyes in the back of his head, his shoulder blades, his ears. He knows the LOB is never far away when one is in the ring, Steven.
Right. He knows that they're back in the locker room, but that's not far enough away.
Or at the commentary table, either way.
What? They're at the commentary table?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm the B. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Zoe goes for that big tackle on Dustin. Dustin dips out of the way, wraps around. Now we get Zoe in a headlock.
So what I gathered from you saying that you, being a member of the Legacy of Brutality up here at the commentary table, and that Dustin Jackson needs to keep an eye on you, what I gather is that you're insinuating that you may get involved in this match.
Steven, whatever the LOB calls me to do, sometimes I will. But when I'm at this desk, I am unbiased. I am just here to watch the action and to call it as I see it. Now, I just saw a leapfrog there from Dustin Jackson, but Zoe able to turn around, big old arm drag. Nope, never mind. Dustin Jackson trying to go for an arm drag of his own. Oh, gets big Zoe over.
He gets the much bigger man over with the arm drag, which I did not see coming.
Let's see, that's 400 pounds that Dustin Jackson just threw across the ring there. Now, look at the confidence you see in Zoe and Josh Ashcraft at ringside. Sent the rest of the LOB to the back, and it's just for strikes just like that, because Zoe on his own is powerful enough to take down anybody in OVW on any given day.
Well, Josh Ashcraft, as a licensed manager, is permitted to be out there and is as such. And you know that he's jabbing, he's going on and on, trying to distract Dustin and motivate his man Zoe.
Well, Steve, that is one of the benefits of having the maestro of the mayhem, the mastermind of the massacre, Josh Ashcraft there at ringside, is while he offers you advice and strategy, he's also demoralizing your opponent, bringing them down psychologically so you can beat them down physically.
Every time Dustin Jackson tries to gather any momentum, Big Zoe just swings one of those giant clubs that he calls arms, and Dustin, oh my goodness, he's just getting ragdolled out there.
Steven, Dustin Jackson asked for this match. He said he wanted to prove himself. He needed another monster to slay, so to speak. He asked OVW management for an opportunity to prove. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. He asked for an opportunity to prove himself, Steven, and Big Zoe was that hurdle. But to the reverse of that, Big Zoe and the rest of LOB said, nobody's going to write their name on our backs. How dare you? That's insulting to us. And you're seeing Zoe taking this a little personal.
Oof, yeah, and he should. Dustin Jackson coming in with a bit of momentum and got the fans behind him, and the Legacy of Brutality really doesn't kind of play that game. And he's taking out all the frustrations that the Legacy of Brutality tend to have out on Dustin right now.
Zoe just picking away at Dustin, just right hands to the face, got kicks to the midsection, now just choking him and gloating over the gasping for air, Dustin Jackson.
You know, it's good right now that Zoe is holding as much of an advantage that he has for you, so you don't have to go down there and, help out the Legacy of Brutality since you're a member.
Again, Steven, I'm more of an honorary member, not an active member. Now we're all best friends, and I hope one day I get invited to like one of the hangout sessions. But it's just the B of the LOB. I'm an honorary member. I'm not an active member. I'm here. I'm at the commentary desk, and I'm unbiased again, calling the action as I see it. Again, Dustin Jackson is a fine competitor. You don't hear me besmirching him. He's in the best shape of his life. He's more focused than ever. His win streak of late has been wildly impressive. But just because I'm best friends with the LOB doesn't mean I can't acknowledge that as well.
Well, I don't know. We'll
see. Big Zoe here setting up. Looks like a big suplex. Steve, oh my God.
Goodness, Dustin is no lightweight in his own regard. Well over 200 pounds, and Zoe just picks him up with ease.
Steve, Dustin Jackson has been very, very impressive as of late, but I think a couple more big moves like that from Big Zoe, you can kiss Dustin Jackson's win streak goodbye.
Oh, goodness, and he's playing to the camera and just ripping at the face of Dustin Jackson. You know that has to not only humiliate him, but just hurt so much getting your mouth ripped out like that.
Well, if you notice, too, the little grip of the ear there, kind of trying to disorient Dustin Jackson. You see Dustin throwing those punches, but maybe not as on strike or on point as they would have been had he been able to focus in equilibrium. Not been,
Again, picks up the big Dustin Jackson with ease, throwing him to the mat and back to trying. It looks like he's just trying to rip his head off.
Now, Dustin Jackson, again, is in incredible shape, but don't let that fool you. He's still a big, chunky meat of man, and Zoe just throwing him around like he is a ragdoll, Steven.
Right. Charlie and McNally right in there, trying to check on Dustin, make sure that he doesn't want to give it up. And it's going to take a lot more than that to put the former bro god down.
No, Dustin Jackson, you're going to have to get up a little early in the morning, get a couple more guys. We're going to hit that suplex on Zoe. He's going for a suplex of his own, but Dustin Jackson up and over now. Jumping on the back of the big man, trying to block in the sleeper hold and slow him down.
It looks like it might be desperation time for Dustin Jackson.
Zoe just driving the spine of Dustin Jackson into that turnbuckle, Steven. Now, that's the thing about Zoe people don't talk about a lot. You got to try to slow him down as well. He's strong, but he's also very fast and very agile. So while he can beat you up real hard and real good, he can also come at you real fast. You have to find a way to not only counter his speed, but his power.
We've seen him match move for move with Rush Division wrestlers before, so something like Dustin Jackson is not going to be outside of his train.
Big Zoe going to the wall one too many times with that splash, and Dustin Jackson was able to scout it twice. Now coming out with some right hands, trying to get a little bit of momentum. He's got the big man reeling. Never mind. Oh my gosh!
Got him with the Samoan drop. Drops him.
There's that third big move. I've told you, Steven. This is it. That's going to be 3. Oh my! I thought it was it.
Thought he had him.
After the suplexes, after the Samoan drop, after that huge scoop slam, I really thought Zoe had just put Dustin Jackson away, Steve.
You have to wonder what it's going to take, and you know Zoe's doing the same, so he might be going for
that big
more
splash,
of a high-risk maneuver.
Big Van Vader here, Steven.
Right.
Can he put Dustin Jackson away? No, Dustin with the knees up. You have to imagine that's 400 pounds coming down on your knees. Dustin Jackson has to be reeling a little bit from. Oh yeah, you see him stumbling. Steve can barely walk.
Oh, but gets him with a huge wheel kick, knocks him to the ground.
That's the agility we were just speaking to, and there's Josh Ashcraft barking orders like we were talking about before, giving you strategy. Oh, how is Dustin kicking out, Steve?
He's got fight in him that not many competitors have in OVW or professional wrestling as a whole.
Josh Ashcraft barking orders at Zoe, telling him to put this away, put Dustin Jackson to rest, and you see Zoe looking to do just that. Oh, go for a couple right hands here. Oh, Jackson still got something in the tank, able to try to fight back. I don't know if it's going to work. It might be too late in the game, Steve. Oh, no. Jackson, head full of steam, is not stopping. Punches, slaps. Now, Irish whipping Zoe off the ropes here.
Now he's utilizing the energy from these fans to gather some sort of momentum because you know that he probably doesn't have much left in his tank. He's been beaten for almost the entire match and by a man the size of Big Zoe, but he's going to the top rope. We'll see what he can do.
Huge kick. Steven had Zoe off his feet. Dustin Jackson now going for that Derby City Splash. Can he hit it? There it is. No, is this win streak going to continue?
Folks, welcome back to OVW Overdrive. Now, when we last left you saw Dustin Jackson picking up the win over Big Zoe. Again, Dustin asked for that match so he can prove himself, prove he deserves to be at the top of the OVW ladder. And that match, he used it for that purpose. And not like this, where you're supposed to be using that brush to clean after you cook. You didn't even cook.
I'm all done with this. Grill is clean from the superb cooking that I did. And I'll tell you what, you did such a good job with this, and you've been such a good sport about the whole thing. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a raise.
What are you giving me a raise for? You can give me a raise.
Because your overall, your work ethic and everything that you've done has been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
My viewer reviews are the worst of anyone in this company. These fans hate me.
Well, maybe it's your behavior, your attitude.
I have the worst attitude out of anybody here. This is ridiculous.
Look, do you want the raise?
Yeah, I want the raise. I'll take the raise.
Good.
That's fine.
All right.
I'm still mad at you.
Okay. So what's it going to take? Do you? I'll beg. I'll get down on one knee. Maybe you can hit me. I'll give you cash out of my pocket.
No. I'll do that. I want to hit you.
Wait, hold on. What do you?
No, that's a good. No, that's fine. That's right. I want to hit you.
Sure. Oh, all right. So tell you what I'll do. I'll go ahead and pop this shirt off. I'll get these abs rocking.
No,
I go ahead and just give her an old.
I can't do it in the stomach. I can't do it in the stomach, and I can't do it in the middle of the show. This feels like a main event, and I want to do it in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it in front of everyone. So look, hold on, hold that thought, and hold your face right there, because I'm gonna punch it as hard as I can. But right after our main event, so we got a Rush Division Championship match. Dimes going up against Gustavo. Now Gustavo has been on absolute winning streak of his late, and he has earned this OVW Rush Division Championship match. But he's got Dimes as an obstacle in front of him with a big old 6'4" obstacle on the outside, and Jay Bradley. Can Gustavo get it done? Let's find out. And Overdrive's main event when we come back.
Are you sure?
I'm going to hit you as hard as I can.
Really? Why? But, all right. For real?
Have you ever had the dream of being a part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment? Take action and make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the birthplace of legends such as John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, The Miz, and many, many more. Will you be the next name to be added to that impressive list? Go to ASWA Live now for more information. Learn the right way. Our number one priority in life is the protection of our loved ones and ourselves. We at Comprehensive Health and Wellness are here to help. During these challenging and uncertain times, Comprehensive Health and Wellness can supply you with the personal protection equipment you need for you and your loved ones to feel more secure. Go to chw.care or call 800-963-7066 to get yours today. That's chw.care or 800-963-7066.
Better and better every week. We see him. He's the first person in the gym in the morning. He's the last person to leave at night. He has put in the work, and now it's finally paying off. He's getting his opportunity of gold here in OVW.
But he needs to stay focused. Oh, quick roll-up one. Only one.
Steve, he was going for the victory early on here. He's going for it again. There's another roll-up. Can Gustavo pick up the win? No. Dimes able to kick out, but not as quick that second time.
You don't get paid by the hour. Another roll-up 1, 2.
Steve, we might see a surprise win early on here. See Gustavo pick up that title. Dimes beside himself on the outside of the ring trying to gather his bearings.
Smart move by Dimes, the veteran. Get to the outside. On the outside of the ropes. Can't do anything there.
Dimes claiming Gustavo pulled his hair. I didn't see a single bit of hair pulling on that one.
I mean,
I think any pulling happening, there's Dimes pulling the referee's leg by saying
moved so
Gustavo
quick,
pulled his hair.
Brian. They moved so quick that, I mean, he could have got in a little slip, pulled the hair, grabbed the tights, and you would have never seen it because that's just the quickness of Gustavo.
Now Gustavo, stuck in that headlock. Dimes find a way to get on top here. Now, Steve, if you're Gustavo, you have to find a way to temper your own heart, to be in control of your own emotions, because as much as he wants this, as much as he is one to have those high-risk maneuvers, he's got to remember Jay Bradley, that 6'4" insurance policy, is on the outside watching his every move. He can't get caught, carried away with himself and lose sight of that.
There's a reason that Dimes pays Mr. Best Heavyweight in the world the big bucks, and that's to make sure that he doesn't lose his Rush Division Championship no matter what.
Dimes berating Bradley a little bit here, saying he's not earning his paycheck. Now still claiming Gustavo has pulled his hair.
Referee Dave Harmon not really buying it, telling him to get back in the ring and continue this Rush Division Championship match.
Yeah, I think all this weirdness from Dimes, all these false accusations, getting in the head of Gustavo there. And again, you saw him just having his eyes on Jay Bradley at ringside. Gustavo, very, very skilled competitor.
Now he pulls the hair of Gustavo and seems to take pride in the fact. Dave Harmon.
A bit of a hypocrite there in Dimes.
Referee needs to keep his eyes open and pay attention to the match, or he would have seen that.
Dimes going for these, I would say, frustrated pins. Just keep trying to push Gustavo down on his shoulders.
It's going to take a lot more than that to put down Gustavo.
You got to think maybe that's Dimes trying to get back at
he's
Gustavo.
putting all 240 pounds of weight on him right here.
Come on. Don't indulge him.
Hey, I've never personally weighed the guy. The height thing I can get, but he might be incredibly dense. You don't know. People say I'm dense all the time.
Yeah, I think you're very dense if you think Dimes is 240 pounds. Gustavo now fighting back on Dimes, the Rush Division champion. Really, Gustavo, up and over, a little bit old school there, an arm drag.
Flips over the 240-pound Dimes with ease. Great strength from Gustavo.
Gustavo now just really making a believer of a lot of people here in OVW. Oh, big corkscrew attack over the top rope, sends Dimes into the barricade.
Nearly landed on his.
Now Dimes was an all-state amateur wrestler, Steven, so he was trying that ground-based offense, trying to keep Gustavo out of the sky, but Gustavo able to get that chin breaker, get right back in this.
One of the best super heavyweight amateur wrestlers in the world is Dimes.
Yeah, he's really moving like a super heavyweight right now when he goes up and over up to the top rope. Oh, my God. Gustavo just caught him out of midair right on the button, Steven.
Right in the gut. Knocks the breath out of Dimes, and this might be it. Looks like he might be going for the Three Amigos.
Shades of Eddie Guerrero, Steven. Now, Gustavo has told us Eddie Guerrero was a huge influence to him. He's paying homage to one of his heroes now.
Yep, Trace Friends and the third coming up.
Oh,
boom.
There it is. Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short, Steven. All three amigos right there. Dimes out on his back, but I think that took a lot out of Gustavo as well.
Yeah, those suplexes will do that because you are throwing yourself to the mat, but he seems to have something in mind going to the top rope.
So I told you earlier, Steven, that that heart might have been doing him more disservice than... Oh, big frog splash. That's going to be it. That's his big frog splash. But again, looks like he took a lot out of himself. Gustavo can't make the pin. Allows Jay Bradley to make the distraction. Dave Harmon doesn't see the cover. Come on, Rev.
Come on, turn around,
Come
Dave.
on, kid. You got this.
1, 2,
Gustavo is the Rush
3.
Division champion 3 times over at this point. Come on.
Goodness gracious. Jay Bradley, again, earning every penny of what Dimes is paying him. And from what I've heard, it's quite a lot.
Jay Bradley just stole the Rush Division championship from Gustavo. He had it locked up. Dimes was out. Now, Dimes attacks Gustavo from behind. Looks like neither one has a lot of energy left to capitalize.
Gustavo knew going into this match that he was going to have to deal with the best heavyweight in the world.
Disrespect. Dimes mocking Eddie Guerrero from earlier when Gustavo made reference, and Gustavo not having it, though. What's it get, Gustavo? Oh, big spinning neckbreaker, Steve.
Yep, he gets him with the overdrive. Aha, you see what I did there. And now he's going to, looks like he might be trying to go back to the top rope.
Gustavo going to the well again. He's going to go for that big frog splash. Can he put him away this time?
He's got to be thinking this is it, but Jay
there
Bradley.
It is. Jay Bradley involved again, making his presence known. Dave Harmon can't officiate this match because Jay Bradley keeps getting involved.
And Gustavo got crotched, and he's down.
Jay Bradley's been thrown out of this match, but I don't know if it matters because Dimes just hung up Gustavo on that top rope. Does Dimes have enough energy to capitalize, though?
It might be too little too late.
Oh, my God. There rolls into the gate. That change maker hits him with that cutter. Come on, no, not like this, Gustavo. No.
Oh, Gustavo's got to be heartbroken. Big win for Dimes, and I'm gonna lay the blame on the referee here. This was not Gustavo's doing. The referee should have taken better control of this match.
The referee? No, Steven, this was clearly on Jay Bradley, costing Gustavo. Gustavo should have been Rush Division champion. Jay Bradley just stole it away from him. You gotta imagine that giant heart of Gustavo was broken. Dimes, Rush Division champion, lives to fight another day, still has Jay Bradley in tow. But this was Gustavo's night. He had it, Steve.
I would say that Gustavo has every right to argue for an eventual rematch for the Rush Division Championship, maybe with different rules, maybe with a different referee. He got screwed tonight by Dimes and the best heavyweight in the world, Jay Bradley.
That 6'4" insurance policy pays off again, but you have to imagine it is only a matter of time before someone takes it to both super heavyweights, Dimes and Jay Bradley.
Well, there you have it, folks. Gustavo didn't pick up the win, which is frustrating because Gustavo came in with a mountain of wins. He earned that Rush Division Championship match, and he would have had that title. He would have had that title if it wasn't for Jay Bradley. And honestly, you know what? That's just another example of a tall man holding down the little man when he's just trying to get ahead in life, and he deserved to be. Gustavo, you deserved that title. Jay Bradley, you're my best friend, but I'm disappointed in you by holding down the man who deserved it. He deserved his comeuppance. He deserved that title. Now, speaking of deserving comeuppance and deserving a little bit of goodness, I'm going to hit you.
Say what?
Yeah, I'm going to hit you right in the mouth. You said I could. I told you I was going to hit you as hard as I can, and I think it's...
For real? You're actually going to...
Mm-hmm. It's going to be fine. Be a man. You deserve this. Think of all the weeks you've led up to this. I want you to think about every little thing you've done to me over the last couple of months.
Everything's been perfect up to this point.
Maybe for you. But I want you to think about when you see my fist coming at you, I want you to think of everything you've done to me over the last couple of months. I want you to really think about the laptop you put on top of me, when you got mad at me in the jail cell because you said I helped you steal Al Snow's car. Last week when you made me think I was the OVW Women's Champion, or I fell in the fake pee. That was all your fault. And when my fist is flying at you at speeds you didn't think possible, I want you to remember all of that. Okay?
Really?
I want you to remember all of that, man. I just want you to, so we're just gonna... All right, just stand still. It's gonna be fine. You ready? You sure you're ready? Yeah, I get it. Oh, I get why Jay Bradley likes to be the bad word kicker now. I get it. I feel good. Whew, I should wrestle. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on OVW Overdrive. We will see you next week. Well, he might not be seeing anything for a minute. Pow! One Punch Man! Ah. See you next week. Ooh, you don't mess with Brian K. Amazing. Yeah, you don't mess with Brian K. Amazing. His mama taught him how to punch. Yeah. Oh, the strongest man alive. You're looking at him right now, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Pam, pam, pam. Brian K. Amazing. Pop, pop. Brian K. Amazing. That's just right on both. Bing, bam. There's plenty of room, right? Yeah, you saw him go down.